All right, we have our pattern and our Sharpie and we're all ready to get started with our watercolor. You're gonna need some watercolor. I just have basic colors, but you could use other more sophisticated colors. You need a cup of water and you need a paintbrush. I'm going with a thin paintbrush because there are details. You could totally go in and paint each section differently, or you can paint the background if you want to. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of paint through the whole thing and give it sort of the whole thing a color. So this is what I'm gonna do. Dip in the water, and I'm gonna do a wet on wet technique. So I'm going to add water to the places that I want there to be color. So I'm going to kind of make a pool and make my paper wet because it is called a wet on wet technique. That means when I take my watercolor and I put it in the water, it's going to spread and fill up the space, and it's going to make some interesting patterns, and it's going to look a little bit more interesting with the wet on wet technique. Now, I am not using a watercolor paper, but if I was using a watercolor paper, the wet on wet technique would work a lot better. But I'm just using a regular drawing paper because that might be what you guys have access to. If you do have access to watercolor paper, feel free to use it. I'm adding in some spots of blue, and I'm kind of just mixing them in. Of course, every time we get another color, we wash our brush. I want some of the color to go in. And choose whatever colors you feel like go with your animal. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see better. And you can even move your paper around and let some drips happen. And if they're not dripping, you can totally add some water and kind of help them out a little bit. That one dripped all on its own. I like to create controlled drips. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Put some water, let the watercolor kind of do its thing into the water. I'm gonna add some more water here. I'm gonna zoom in again so you can see how it spreads. It's actually really cool the way it does. It like creates new shapes and new interesting designs when it spreads. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of extra water and a little bit of extra paint right there so that we can get a nice drip. Let's see. I want a drip happening from there. We want to control our drips. Or I might not want to, it's up to you. And I want it to stop right there. That's what I wanted that drip to do. So you're just going to keep on doing that, adding the color wherever you want to. You can stick with a color scheme the way I'm doing, or you could do rainbow. It is really up to you. Ooh, some splatters. That was an accident that splattered, but I think I kind of like that. Let's see if we can do some splatters. Now I have some tiny ones. I think I want some bigger ones. So I'm gonna add some more water for bigger splatters. Remember, we like variety. All right, I did purple. Let's go with blue. Lots of water, lots of paint. think I want part of his eye to be blue for some reason. It's really just up to you how you want to do it. Maybe I want to make it look like his eye is crying. Maybe that's something I want to do. His eye isn't really dripping too much, so I'm going to add a little bit more water. Okay, I made that eye drip a little bit, but that dripped a little too much, so maybe I'll make another one right here that's not so far down. I want that one to be a little bit darker too. There we go. I'm also going to do some big drops of water. We don't really want to paint too much. We kind of want the watercolor to kind of do what it does. That was a little bit of an accident, but we're just going to keep it in there because sometimes accidents happen. We might want to really quickly fade it out. And we're just going to keep on working with it like that until we like it. And just like we wanted a variety of dark and light lines in our pattern, we want a variety of dark and light watercolor to make it look more interesting. So this had a lot of water, but then I'm gonna add in right here a few dark spots, make them darker. And we're just gonna keep going like that until we like our picture. So remember, to make it lighter, I added more water. I kind of like the way that it looks like wood if I go up and down. Deer live in the forest where there's lots of wood grain around, so that's why I added that in. If it's too dark, you add some water. You don't want it too dark and take away from your animal. So I'm just gonna do a few spots and I think I'm done. A few red, a few purple, and once it's dry, if you want to darken up some spots, you can totally go back in and grab a little bit more of your darker colors and just darken in whatever you feel like you need to make something stand. Because watercolor, it tends to lighten up after it dries sometimes, so you can go back in and kind of just touch up whatever you want to once it is dried.